All right, hello my darlings. Today we are looking at how to prove two triangles are congruent. So this set of notes deals with what is called SSS and SAS. We're looking at triangles, so S stands for side, A stands for angle, and we're looking at a pair of triangles. So anytime you need an S, that means you have a pair of congruent sides. And anytime you see an A, that means you should have a pair of congruent angles. So for this one, SSS congruence, we have to show that we have three sides of one triangle congruent to three sides of another triangle. And if we can show that, then we can say that the two triangles are congruent by SSS congruence. And you do have to put the congruence symbol on because there is a different type of SSS that is not congruence. Okay. SAS congruence theorem, you have to show that you have two sides and the included angle of one triangle congruent to two sides and the included angle of another triangle. And if we can show that, that means we can prove the two triangles are congruent by SAS congruence. And it's called SAS because the angle has to be between the two sides. So I could not use angle C or angle W. If I have side CO and WO, then I have to have angle O. I have to have this angle that's created by the two sides. All right, so example one, we want to figure out, do we have enough information to say they're congruent? And if yes, how? So two major things we're going to be looking for are vertical angles and reflexive sides. Vertical angles, if you remember from before, are always congruent. And if there's a shared side, that's called the reflexive property of congruence. Anything is congruent to itself, kind of like I am my own person. I'm congruent to myself. So in this picture, the first thing I'm going to notice is I have a pair of congruent angles that I can mark because vertical angles are congruent. So now I have two sides and an angle congruent to two sides in the included angle, so yes, by SAS congruence. On this picture, they share a side. That's called a reflexive side, so I mark the fact that I have that side congruent to itself. So I now have three sides of this triangle congruent to three sides of this triangle, so these two triangles, yes, are congruent by side-side-side congruence. All right, example 2 is if we want to use this congruence, what's the missing piece? And there's only one missing piece. Okay, so a reflexive side is not missing. It's there. It's in the picture. We have it. So they gave us these pair of sides. We have the reflexive side. So what we're missing is this third pair of congruent sides. So we need side BC congruent to side BK. All right, so for this one, they gave us side QR and side ER. We have a reflexive side. We have it. We don't need it. So what we have right now are the two S's. What we need is the A that's in between the two S's. So side, angle, side, side, angle, side. I need these two angles right here. So I need angle QRS congruent to angle ERS in order to get side, angle, side. And that's it for this set of notes.